Hello, dear friends. Well, my goodness, changes. Holy cow. So, oh, I'm Willow in case you don't know. Hi. Hi. So, you might hear some going on in the house, and that is Anne. And she was born February 16th, 2023. That's her birthday. And today is just a little while ago, I finally booked her wellness exam, her first bunch of shots, and her microchip. We'll book her second bunch of shots probably, I think it's January or February that they do it, like 2 months after. But today marks the first day of her heat. Yeah. So they say, I had to research it, and I was already doing that stuff. I just thought, well, it can't be any different in a woman, right? You know, when a young girl all of a sudden has her menstrual cycle and she needs some TLC and mummy time and time to relax and time to have some fun and extra playthings. And if she wants time for distance, then you let her distant. And anyway, the toys are on the floor. She's been at that, but then she's been going downstairs. We have the inner garage door open, not the outside one. We've got the water bottles, all spray bottles, all up and down, the stairwell, just to deter her from going outside, because we don't want her to come in contact with any animal because she's an indoor cat. So our cats have been fully vaccinated, but I don't keep up on the rabies. They don't need shots as far as our vet's concerned, because they're indoor cats. So anyway, she's booked for a wellness, shots, and microchip. And that'll be on December 6th. So that's a good thing. We've got that going on. We're going to check her weight. Our doctor is not only a doctor, she's a friend. I've known her for going on 20 years. She was our dog that we had 5 years ago that passed of cancer. We had her as a doctor before we had him, and he would have been, trying to think now, 18, 19 years old? Holy cow. So yeah, we've known her well over that. And she helped Tommy get to heaven, Navarre go to heaven, Chansey go to heaven. She's a Christian. It just turned out she's a Christian, and she's a really faithful person with creatures. And she prays with you, and she kisses your kitties and your dogs, and she's like their best buddy, and they all love her. Like, they fall at her feet. They'll even go home with her if you let them. This lady adopts animals when people can't afford to take their cat to get, like, I remember one time I was talking to her on the phone because she called me back, and I heard a cat in the background. She goes, "Oh, it's my newest adoption. You know me. You know what? Oh, what'd you do?" And I met her when I was working at Dr. John's office when I was 14, and she was just an intern. I guess you call it an intern. Just newly working for a vet, but she hadn't become a full vet. She was still in college. So that's how long ago we go back. And we saw each other. It was like, oh my God, I know you. This is so cool. So anyway, there's been a lot of great stuff going with us, and just really grateful to have a doctor for our creatures, our critters, that loves them, and literally loves them every bit as much as we do. We've had personal handwritten letters from her when they've passed. We've had letters from the staff. We've had cards. We've had flowers sent. This lady was so awesome that when it was his turn to go to heaven, we call it the Summerland, and we call it the Rainbow Bridge, whatever your term is. But when it was his turn, Navarre's turn, she came home to our home, and she'd been there for tea before, and at the house in Langford years ago. Anyway, but he was done exactly the way I had suggested, because of the way Dr. John had done it. It was just more peaceful. And what it is double trank, okay? If you have to have your animal put down, she doesn't like that term. And I'm just saying it because it might be a term you're more friendly with or understanding. But, and I'm not a know-it-all here. I don't mean it that way. But what Dr. Grigor did was double trank and then the last shot, and it stops her heart. So they literally go in their sleep. And when Tom left, I am not even kidding here. There's nothing witchy about this at all, because Dr. Liz saw it too. You could see him above his body when he left his body. He was just like, he was gone. I was like, are you looking at this? She's going, I'm seeing him. Am I seeing what you're seeing? And what are you seeing? I see that he's left his body. Oh, his soul's going to heaven. It was just like, wow, really emotional. And when that was Tom, when it was Navarre, she came to our home and sent him to heaven there and asked if she could stay. We lit it up with candles. We had soft music on. We had Zamfir in the background. It's his favorite music. He loved that music. And we always play music for our creatures. And I remember her asking an odd question. May I grieve with you? She said, I've loved him ever since I've come to know him. May I grieve with you? And I wrapped around my arms around her little neck as fast as I could, and we were both bawling our eyes out. It was just like, and she took time off work. Yeah, a few people from her staff have been there that long as well. And I run into them all the time, when we're out shopping and stuff. But seriously, this is someone, that I trust, and I just wanted to share that with you. It's the day today marks the day of her first hate. It's an exciting time. We've had sad times, we've got exciting times, and it happens with this particular doctor. I'll give her a name in a different, after the appointments are over. But I'm just so grateful that it's someone that has loved and lost with us, And Anne is in perfectly good hands with this doctor. And I know that, should anything happen down the road, she's in good hands. Someone who will pray over her, someone who will love her and kiss her. I've seen her with Mariska. This is when Mariska was feral. Lord, that's another story. I'll tell you another time. But I remember she reached down and she just kissed her little head quite a few times, and Mariska closed her eyes the same way she does with me. I thought, yeah, that's why we have you as our doctor. Like, you're part of our family. So I hope you have a good vet like that, a really good doctor that is part of your family. And maybe she is very old school. It could be. But hopefully you have someone very old school like that, someone very loving that, that just, she's down here, that just, looks at your critters like they're her critters, because they are. These are animals that we serve. We serve them. We look after them. We clean their boxes. We serve them their fresh water, and they come and let us know, I need warm water. And you go look at it and say, oh, there is none. Sorry. When it's cold outside, we give them warm water, not cold, because it's too cold for them, especially for Mariska. She's old now. And, this particular doctor has given us so much great advice. So anyway, I wanted to share that. It marks today. Hang on. Okay, Google, what's the date today?
It's Wednesday, November 22nd, 2023.
November 22nd, 2023. Okay, today marks the first day of Anne's hate. So, I don't know, maybe she'll end up having babies, and maybe she'll end up getting a spay, depending on how crazy we go after hearing, "Row, row." You never know. As long as she doesn't get out, oh, I'll be grateful. Anyway, God bless everybody and your critters. Take care of yourselves. And we'll see you soon, okay? Lots of love. Bye for now.